Hello YouTube, this is Days of Blunder YouTube channel, taking you on some automotive adventures. So today's a very exciting day. Today is trade day over at our household. So we're trading that beautiful 88 Firebird hiding out in the garage there for something pretty neat. Should be here in roughly about an hour. So we'll see when it gets here, but kind of walking in the garage to get prepped for that this morning, kind of get to see the whole fleet of cars here. So we've got on the far end, it's an 04 Buick Park Avenue. That was my kind of beater cruiser for a long while. And then current tow pig 2016 Chevy 2500 heavy duty double cab. Wish it was a crew cab, but it hauls pretty well. And then the other $600 beater, 2002 Honda CR-V 5-speed all-wheel drive. We'll see what happens with that. That may just be kind of winter beater status. That may get turned into something fun in a couple years, maybe sooner. We'll see. And then 04 GTO, talked a little bit about that yesterday as well. Kind of the car I've had the longest, and car that probably won't ever go anywhere. And then on the far end, I got a couple tractors and an old John Deere 3020 way in the back row there. The red GMC in the other garage bay is getting some work done for my father-in-law. But I think today the plan is we're just gonna check the oil on it, check the brake fluid, check trans fluid, just give it a good once over, fire it up, make sure she starts, no dead battery, no interior light left on or anything like that. But she'll be headed to a new home pretty soon and have something else to fill the garage space. So excited to show you guys what that is. Hopefully here in an hour or so, we'll see. All right, so Buddy just left with the Firebird. We got our trade done. And no, it's not this beautiful 2017, 2018. What year's your Mustang?
19, my bad, sorry. Yeah.
2019 Mustang. No, unfortunately, that wasn't the trade today. By the way, that's Andrew. Tom, say hi.
How you doing?
But what we traded for is this beautiful, what I'm going to call right now, a 2007 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. It's a little customized. So it last ran as an RACECAR, as badged by the Remax window. In 2007, ran by Brett Rowe for day racing. That's about as much information as I have on it right now. But body is in overall pretty good shape, considering it's a, 14-year-old plus race car. So the chassis number on it is a BR107. Looks like it was built in December of 1998. By who, we're not sure, but we're going to look and see what we can figure out. So I threw a seat in it. It does still have a window net. It's got a lot of the race car components still left in it. Cool box and stuff like that. Vents for the brakes, gauges, everything else. A bunch of wiring still left in it. And as my two friendly assistants lift the hood, yes, absolutely. Look at this showcase that we've won here. A complete empty engine bay, ready for whatever we hope and dream. We see kind of down through there. Needs a rear end center section, but it does still have the rear end cooling drive, bracketry and everything else. So this thing is about as full tilt Peterbilt race car as you can get. Get a 5.3 and a T56 Ford at some point, make it run and drive, maybe make it street legal. We'll see where we end up with it. All right, wanted to kind of do a quick video wrapping everything up. went through and just kind of sprayed the car down a little bit tonight, just with some glass cleaner and just some microfibers, just get the dust off of it, run it through, clean it up. It cleaned up really well, all things considered. It sat inside, from what I can tell, most of its life. It doesn't look like it sat outside for very long. Maybe only 3-4 months. It does have some water in the floorboard and stuff, and just some general cleanup that needs done. But it looks much better after just a really quick wipe down and get the dust off of it, kind of wipe down the interior a little bit is what I could reach. So we just had this S10 Blazer seat sitting around that we just kind of threw in it just to sit in it, get a feel for the car. With that seat in it that far up off the floor and that much cushion to get to the back bar, it was pretty cartoonish with me in it. I'll see if anybody grabbed a pic with me in it and throw it up here. But man, it was goofy. It was goofy feeling, but it was really, really cool. Just, to be inside a complete, purpose-built race car. Something that wasn't meant to do anything else. And, as complete as this thing is, it's still got a switch panel, which is probably one of the top 5 reasons to have one of these, just to have that cool flick of a switch starter. But it's got a full gauge pack minus the tack, in really good shape, really clean interior. It doesn't look like it's been messed with much, if any, since it was originally built. And need to get a steering wheel for it. That's kind of priority 1. But clean it up in here and kind of see what we need to do. Fire up a pressure washer. But there's just so much neat stuff on this thing, being a purpose-built race car, that you just, I don't know, would be hard to duplicate in your garage by yourself. Just the dimple die, footwell. Just little stuff like that. It's, NACA in your rear quarter window. A giant, as Dale Jr. would say, big-ass spoiler hanging off the back. It's just a really neat piece of machinery and something cool to tinker with. And honestly, one of the best values for money, I think, if you're looking for a purpose-built race car. Something to track day, something to thrash around and have fun with. Hard part's getting it street legal. It's just, it's an overwhelming feeling for me, the chance to live a dream that I never thought I'd get to live. To own a NASCAR. I've been a NASCAR fan my entire life. My family has been NASCAR fans for a long time, a couple generations. And to be able to own something that raced, at some point, and I may have saw it on the track. I may have seen it in the pits. Is just super neat. And if you want to get really serious about having fun, driving fast, a purpose-built race car is a cool way to do it. And a really safe way to do it. That's one of the nice things about this. Having something that's safe rather than trying to take a street car and turn it into a race car. Just start with a race car. And I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Josh Cooper. So check out his YouTube channel. He's the guy that actually turned me on to this car that you see here. But he actually picked up his own street legal stock car. Well, hopefully soon to be street legal stock car. We'll say that. And he's going to be documenting it on YouTube as well. So give him a like, give him a share. Same thing for me as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate any feedback that you guys have. Hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to go sit and make race car noises. Peace out. It's got worse visibility than a 5th gen Camaro. By a lot.